and today also we're going to continue our Angular journey, and there is a lot to cover. As well as Angular is not that small as React, and yesterday I know a lot of people would have think that Angular is really tough who are just starting. Yeah, it is really tough. It is as I told, and one of that reason is also there for more jobs in React than in Angular. So React is much more easier to pick for anyone. So I today in the afternoon I did a very good very big React stream. Means it was around 2.5 hours. If you want, you can see it. You can see how easy the app is, how easy the app we have created is, routing and all those things it was having. Okay, so that was there. So it is way too easier to create a React app than an Angular app. And as I've always told, that first you learn React, and then if you have time, learn Angular, because Angular is React at some is required at some places, maybe in a service company, or a lot of companies also work on Angular. Sometimes today also some scratch project starts for Angular. In fact, my last project as an associate architect was on an Angular project, Angular 12 project. Okay, and it was quite big project, and it was completely scratch project. Okay, so like this. And let me tell one more thing, that participation uh, okay, attendance will be given at the end. Attendance sheet will be given at the end, as always. So those who are attending it from LinkedIn, so please do come to my YouTube channel, because that attendance sheet I generally give on the YouTube only. Okay, so with this let us start. So let me share my screen. Okay, so what we are, again, we have a project which is already there, and today we are going to learn about routing in this first. So routing and all are inbuilt in Angular, so it is not like React that you have to means do a third party thing like React router, which is enough complicated, because and it keeps on changing. So I have two React router videos on my channel also. One is for React Router 5, which is the older one, and now React Router 6 happened. So there are very big changes in React Router 6, so those things happens. But in Angular everything is being managed by Angular only. Means so that is the benefit sometime of Angular. You have to be dependent on completely on a third party in React case. Okay, and that third party can do anything. Okay, so that is there. But at the end of the anything, everything is open source only. Okay, so this is a basic app which I have, which is there. And right now it is, there is no routing and all here. So see, this is the routing which we are going to create here. Okay, so let us see what our project have. Src there, and Src app I'm there, and home servers and users are there, and these three things are there. So app component.html I'll come, and here increase the font size too big. Sometimes this font size is way too big for me, and it cuts also a lot of things. Okay, so we don't have anything like this app home, app users, and app servers. We have these three things. Okay, app home, app users, and app servers, and don't have any routing or something. And then it is if you go to the TSTS is also all blank, and just this app user, this which one is this? Yeah, so the just HTML something is there, and home is there like this, and users is like this. Also all these things, so user name has been taken, and all this, some things are there. Okay, so some things are there. Okay, so and servers have something more. Okay, so that is there. So we have to implement the routing now. Okay, so to implement routing, what we need to do, so we have to go to the first app modules.ts file, as usual, app module.ts file, and you have to include the routes and all that. I don't know why this space is there here. I don't sometimes know. Okay, so that is there. And then here we are going to include the routes. So what we are going to do, we are after above this ng module, we are going to do const app routes is routes. Okay, I will do, and I have to give the path directly here. Path component, home component, and path users is users component, and path servers is servers component. So all this I have to add. So they are actually already added here, so I don't have to add it separately. But there is something which I have to add, and that is this routes. This routes I have to add. I have to come here. And see, Angular. This thing also comes. I don't. So now is this a lot of these things is coming actually. Okay, so the routes is actually all automatically imported, and the other thing which I have to do is a router module. So that is not been shown here, but we have to do it here for the import. So you have to come, and here I have to do router module for routes and app routes. So this app routes I have to give. Okay, so it is giving me error because it is not finding the router module. So in Angular this thing also comes. Okay, add router module. So I can do this like this, and it will add it. Okay, so router module I have added, and this is the code for the route. So we have to do it like this. Next external library I have added. So now back in the app.html, we'll come, and we have this home servers users and all those things we have. Okay, and this row we have, and different rows we have. So we don't need any one of them. Okay, any one of them we don't need. And in fact this row and this row, these two rows I will remove them. Okay, these two rows I'll remove them. Instead of app home, what I have to do now, there is something known as router outlet, so that I have to open. So router outlet is there, that I have to open, and right now I will save it. And now I'll come here and see, home is been like this. So okay, just now it's compiled. Server user. Okay, okay, so actually it is not working fine because we don't have any link or something. So home is like this, and then I will go to servers. Servers is like this, and users is like this. Okay, so it is working like this. Okay, so home servers and users, manually it is working. So manually it is working, but we don't want it to work manually. Okay, and we want it to have the link like that. If you know React, we have a link tag in React. So right now I have done React, so that is in my mind, and I do React more. So all of you know means I'm more into React, and in my trainings also I mainly emphasize on React only, and I want you to learn React only, because I always say if there are 10 jobs, 7 are in React, 2 in Angular, 1 is in Vue. So Vue is also content, and maybe I will have Vue also, because right now I'm creating some Node content. So next month is the Node week. So last week I always do something extra. So next month, the fourth week of the month will be Node.js week. And after that, I'm thinking in February, the last week will be Vue.js, because I'm preparing some Vue.js also. As I have told, all of these things are extra. If after React you want to learn something, learn first Node.js, because MERN stack is in a high demand. So learn Node.js. Then if you want to learn some other front-end framework, then go for Angular or Vue. And Angular or Vue, sometimes it is, if you're going to work for a company as a fresher, sometimes you might be put into some Angular or Vue projects, then you should do it. Okay, so that is there. Enough of talking. So this router outlet is working fine. And one more thing, actually, I think today I will end a bit early, because tomorrow I will do a bit longer class, because today already I have taken 3 hours streaming, and tired because of that. And after this I have one class also at 10 o'clock. Okay, so I will cover only one this file. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I will not complete Angular, because I know how much to cover in Angular, and now I have that much content only. So give your attendance here. So if you are here, so please give your attendance here. I pasted, give your attendance here. So this is there. So now there are links. We have to add the links right now. Okay, so the links are not there, so we are manually going to this. So where we have to add the links in the app component, or only we have to add the link. So all these things, just like ally is there, so it is not some link or something. So we have to change it, because anchor tag, it won't work like that. Okay, so here what we have to do, here we have to add instead of the href anyways is not going anywhere. So as I have told, everything is in Angular only. So router link and backslash I will give, and router link backslash servers, and this servers I've done. And router link, there is another way to give router link, I'll show that. And that is, make it in the array. And here also, I don't know, nowadays this thing comes a lot. This is not even allowing me to do. I have to go manually. Like this I do. And then in the this like array, I'll give slash users, I'll do slash users I'll do save it. And then let us go here. Home is there, servers is opening servers, users is opening users. But see, it is not opening it correctly, means that in the, it is still it is home is been shown. Okay, so that thing is not working correctly. So visual indication is not given of the current root. So for this we have to add something known as router link active. Router link we have to make it as active. And in the home root also we have to give one more thing. Always in the home root we have to give something else, because it is by default is backslash is there. In React also we have to give that exact keyword there. Okay, so exact keyword we have to give, because see, this is starting with backslash, this is also starting with backslash. So that is the reason we have to give the something like exact, which we give in React also. Every framework is like same only, some coding is coding only, all these things are different. So what I have to do, I have to do router, instead of class active I have to give router link active. So this is bootstrap, that's why it was class active. So instead of that I have to give router link active, link equal to active. And actually I have to add it everywhere. Okay, I have to add it everywhere, here also and here also. And if we do this, we don't have to use this backslash, you don't have to use this backslash. Okay, so that thing we have to do. And beside this, in the home only, I have to give one more thing, which is router link active. No, not router link active, router link active, it is, what is this, a something broken. Okay, it is should, oh shit. Okay, I know, it's like this and this. Okay, so it is like this, router link active options. I have to give options options. And here it's, I have to make it equal to the same type in React we have exact. So here also we have to give the 𝐸𝐴𝐶T. And I was doing somewhat of Vue. It is a combination of both of them, Angular and React, but it is much more easier also. Exact is true, exact is true, I have done. So do I have any error? No, I don't have any error. Now let me come here, servers, see, this thing is going, users it is going. So all of them are working fine. Okay, so this thing is done. So now we will learn how to load a route programmatically. So this is there in React also, we can do this programmatically thing, but here how can we do this? And that we'll do. So in for that, in the home component.html I'll go, and here manage the servers and all these things are there. So let us add a button here. Okay, so button is there, and then load server, and task button prime, because it's bootstrap is included in this project. So click equal to on the click, it will open a onload server. Onload server, it will open. Okay, so onload server, it will open, and then I have to go to the save it onload server. I have to make it in the ts file. I'll go, and here I have to make the this thing, and here, so first it is giving me error, so let me do the onload server like this. And now how to load it programmatically. So for that I have to do I have to include the router here. Okay, so the router needed to be included, and in the constructor what I will do, private router router private router I have to do, and this I have to include, it is coming, and it is coming, import router from router, and that is done. And then this router I have to use like this dot router dot navigate. Okay, navigate I have to do, and this servers I have to write like this. So from the home I am going to the servers. Okay, so this load server and load servers, directly we can go. So this is how programmatically we can do it. So now what we are going to do, we are going to learn about that wildcard character. So wildcard character, we are going to, I just close that thing, I needed that thing. Okay, so that wildcard characters, how to add that thing, so that we have learned a lot in React also. Here also we can add the wildcard. Okay, so I'll add this, control B, and it will load the user component only, but it is the users, then ID, and then I'm having two wildcards, ID and name. Save it. Now for this, in the where is our user component? So user component is here. Okay, user component dot users. So okay, okay, it is not. I have a user component dot ts also. Think I have to do it in this. Okay, I have to do it in this. Okay, I'll come here in the user component, and I think I have to do it here. User component. Yeah, user component is also there. So I will come here in the user component. Okay, not users, user component dot ts, because it is being called by the users component when you go here. So here I will come, and here I have to do a thing like here private route and activated route I have to do, and this activated route is, sometimes it is auto imported also here. That is a good thing. Okay, ID, number, name string is there already, and ng on in it I have to come, and here I will do this dot user equal to id is this dot root dot parents dot id is not taken like this. Actually this id I have to take, see, it is giving me error. Why it is giving me error? Because I have to this id is coming from here, users, yeah, it's coming from here, and in this I don't have to I have to use the snapshot and get it. It is not like this dot route dot, actually it is not like this. Sometimes this auto thing also gives anything. There's a route dot snapshot dot params dot id and route dot snapshot dot params dot name. Okay, it is good now. Yeah, dot name I will take like this. And anyways, this is way too big actually, so I should have it in different lines. Okay, so this is an object, so it should be looking like an object. So this is right. Now in the user component dot html I can now access those things. Okay, so this id and this name I can access. So user with id, this I can remove, and two times. In angular you have to give two times, not like angular you have to give it one time. So I generally compare everything with react. I'm a react guy because user dot name, but I have to give take corporate classes in angular also a lot of time, because people want me to teach the freshers both of the things, react and angular, because sometimes in bigger companies what happens, they don't know that whether they will get a react project or whether they will get an angular project. They will they don't know. So this is there, and maybe I have to, now I don't have that root actually. Users is there, and then so that root is not there. Okay, so I have to do one, maybe Nabindu. Let us see whether it is coming or not. Okay, it is coming, like it is showing like this. The user with id one loaded and user name is Nabindu. Okay, one thing I want to check here, if instead of this I will do the users component, then what will happen? Yeah, okay, I have to do the users component here, not the user component, or else actually it is not doing it correctly. Users component I have load, and from the users component I will users component is actually going to the if you come here and if you open this, not this, this, see it is going through the users and opening that users dot app user, it is opening. So it is using opening the user component here, so we have to give that only. Okay, so that is how it is been done. And okay, so I will come back to this user component dot html. Here we are going to look into an issue. Here we'll add a horizontal row here, and here I will add a anchor tag, and there is no href here, and here I will add a router link equal to like this. In a, so paths we can give like this also, in a square, in a bracket I can give a path, and then here users I'll give comma 2 comma shikha I'll give, and then load shikha I'll give like this. So a router link I have created. Okay, so like this. Now okay, so this thing I have created, and I'll come here and I'll click on load shikha. So load shikha I have done. Okay, so what is happening, it is load shikha, see it is changed, but this is not changing, this is still these things. Okay, so in this kind of cases we have to use observable, which will actually listen for such changes. Okay, so for that what we are going to do, in the user component.ts file I'll come, and here in the activated root I will add as observable continuously keep on listening. So this observable thing is actually very powerful in angular, so it is different than the listeners and all. So observables are really very powerful. So params I have to do, and this params I have to subscribe to this route change. Okay, so this ng on it, on in it only I have to after this ng on it here, after this I will do this dot route dot params dot subscribe I have to do, and here I have to do params Okay, it is params. So this only we have taken, this params only we have taken, and now this dot user dot id equal to params dot id and equal to params dot name. And after this it is giving me error. Okay, because I have not closed this one, this thing I have not closed, and now I have closed it. So sometimes this thing happen. So this dot user dot id I will make it as the params dot id, whatever the params it is coming. So params dot id and params dot name now it will come. Okay, so now see it is already done. So I will go to users and load Sika will load Sika. Maybe another I will do, I will do go to users and what was it, I have to give one. Now we do, I'll give, and now I'll do this load Shikha. So it is working because the observables are working, continuously listening for the change. So continuously listening for the change. Now we will learn to add query parameters and fragments in our app. So we will now, for that we will go back to the app module.ts, and here we are going to add like servers and id and edit and edit server component. Edit server component also I have, so edit server component I have taken. So yeah, so that also I have. Now we'll go to this our home component. Home component will go, and I will add the value 1, load server 1, and here also I will add the load server 1. So now in the, where am I, home component.ts file, I'll have to go because this now the file have changed, so it has got an id also, that's why it was giving me error. Id of number, this is okay, id of number is there, and then these are server id servers. I am going there, and here I'll do the id. I'm changing the place to go. Okay, edit I'll do. Okay, edit I'll do, and then let me save this also here. Okay, then after this I can have a second parameter after this after this bracket, after this edit I'll have a second parameter here, and that will be query params. And let me take it in a different line. Query params, allow edit is 1 and fragment is loading. Save it. Okay, so a lot of code is there. Okay, now that we have to go, now we have to go to the this component, edit server component. We have to go edit server component, I have to go, and here we have to again import the activated route. So import activated route we have to do, let us do it from here. Private route, activated route, and activated route has been imported. Activated route has been imported, necessary space, unnecessary space is there, and in this ng on init, just let us look into those. Okay, clg console.log, this dot route dot snapshot dot query params, and this dot route dot snapshot dot fragment we have to do. So from home we are going to pass these things there. So let us go to the home page. Okay, and home page, and click on the load servers. So load servers, see this edit and allow, and then let me open the inspect console. We go back to the home, load server 1. See object, I'm showing this object is been shown, allow edit 1, and this loading text has been shown. So these two things I wanted to show, but just wanted to show. See this slash edit 1 slash edit. So what I'm passing here, I'm passing here, and after this edit to go from here, id servers id and edit is there, servers id and edit is there. So this much is there. from this app module, service id and edit. But from this home component I'll come here. I have this allow edit and loading, hash loading is there. Okay, so these are different kind of parameters. So this query parameters allow edit and loading. So this is a fragment. So this is like this. So that's why we are going to access it. So this shows like this, and we are going to access allow edit is one, and then hash loading is been done. Okay, so this is how we have accessing it. So these are some different things which is there. And this is a lot of things which I have told today, also a lot of things. But as I have told today, I will do it a bit small. And today I am done, and hopefully everyone have filled this. Everyone have filled this. Okay, so let me see. Okay, maybe people have not filled it, maybe people will watch it later on and fill. Okay, so do please fill this. Means today there is not much time, because today I'll end it here only. And the rest of the angular I will complete it by tomorrow. I'll complete. Tomorrow I will take another two kind of two small demos again, and I will complete the angular tomorrow only. And after that I will tell you, go through my mean app, and that much only is I can tell in angular, because I also don't teach much of angular. So that much only right now I have on my channel. Maybe in the future I'll get someone to create some angular projects, and I will do that thing. Okay, so there are some big plans for twd. And so let me end this stream today, and I will meet you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, so in the evening I am going to do a live stream, Friday live stream. And it is called by different names. Sometimes I used to do it on Saturday, but nowadays I do it on Friday. And in that live stream I'm going to, this time I have a lot of questions. A lot of people have a question, so I'll take those questions, or I will answer some of the question. Some of the things I get a lot of things from people, means those things I will answer. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you all tomorrow at 6:31. And